What's going on, people? Welcome back to Premzy TV. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And oh my days, people, oh my days. It's been a little while, since I felt like this, because what an absolute pile of shit performance that was from the boys today. I'm not going to lie. Very, very disappointed, people. You've got man like Eddie Nketiah, Sambi Lokonga, players like that, Fabio Vieira, that have had the opportunity to shine. But what do? They go and absolutely fuck it, don't they? You know what I mean? All we needed to do was walk away with a point and happy days, top of the group. But no, now we made it a little bit more difficult for ourselves. Ideally, I wanted to go into that Chelsea game, with a little bit of, a bit of recuperation. Players can play against Zorich and have a good rest then. And if we lose that game, it is what it is. But hats off to PSV, mate. I'm telling you now, PSV played us off the park for 90 minutes. I'm telling you, it could have been an embarrassing scoreline. It could have been embarrassing. You get me? It's just that they had loads of people, loads of their goals are offside. And the fight just wasn't there from the boys today. You can see that the changes clearly unsettled the squad. And the most important thing of all, from this game, what we get is the depth is not there. We need to recruit in January. 110%, people. We need to recruit in January. Absolute joke. Look, banter club straight away. You get me? Less of that. You get me? Less of that. Absolute less of that. But what can you say about today's performance? Right from the start, there was no intensity at all. There was no intensity at all. You get me? I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments as well on what you thought about the game, because I am utterly, utterly disappointed, people. You get me? I'm not going to lie. Frustrated to absolute fuck. You get me? Because it's been a long time now that, well, actually, it's been a long time coming, this defeat. You get me? Since the Leeds game, we haven't looked our sharpest. We haven't looked like the Arsenal from the start of the season. You get me? But we move. At least it's not all dead in the water, people. You know what I'm saying? At least it's not all dead in the water, because realistically, the Zorich game, we can still top the group there. And all we need to do is get a point out that game, which I think is very easily done. But now we're going into the Nottingham Forest game on the back of a defeat. And I just hope this doesn't have an impact on morale of the boys. You get me, people? Because boy, absolute joke thing. Arnold, it happens, mate. We need to get a striker. Eddie's first touch is horrible. He can't even receive the ball you know what? We're going to touch on Eddie Nketiah straight away, first of all, because see, Eddie Nketiah, I really want him to do well at Arsenal Football Club, but he just has not got the quality. You get me? He's on 100 bags a week. He's got the number 14 shirt, and he's not living up to any of it at all. You get me? Maybe we all jumped on the hype because he had a good preseason or whatnot. But you can clearly see when it matters, you get your opportunities, you got to go and grab them with both hands. You get me? There's not one player today that started, that's not in the starting lineup normally, that has knocked on that door and said, right, have a look at me, Arteta. Have a look at me, fans. I'm about, you get me? Absolute joke thing as well. Just before we carry on with the video as well, I heard Pablo Mari's being stabbed as well in Italy. So hopefully, God willing, he can recover and he can come back from it, because I like Pablo Mari. I think he's been a model professional since he joined Arsenal Football Club. When he left, there was no problems, nothing like that at all. You get me? But let's see what Zamin said. After today, I don't care what anyone says, but Sambi Lokonga cannot put an Arsenal shirt on ever again. He's appalling, sloppy, a liability. Get him out of the Arsenal now. You know what? Yeah, people, with Sambi Lokonga, what I think needs to happen is he needs to go and get a loan. And I was touching on the live stream as well, that these players now that are younger, they think they've got a given right to just start playing for teams like Arsenal and stuff like that. You get me? I agree. Mbappe and certain players are an exception that are just absolutely world beaters. But you got to earn your stripes. You get me? You got no given right to be playing for Arsenal Football Club. And I've been banging on about it, people. We need to definitely go into January window and sign another defensive midfielder and another striker for me. And today has clearly shown why that needs to happen. You get me? Absolute joke of a performance today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to hold my head, you get me, or not get too fucking vexed. But even Aaron Ramsdale today, pathetic performance in goal from Aaron Ramsdale, you get me? And you can clearly see the squad is fully unbalanced when our normal starting 11 players ain't playing. get me? What a disappointment today. Ideally, like I said, Chelsea game, just before that 3 days, we got Zorich. You get me? Now we're going to have to play Zorich and definitely put out a very strong lineup. You get me? So players ain't really going to get that opportunity to rest and stuff, because the Europa League, we can't take it as a joke. Get me? Teams like Barcelona have dropped out into the Europa League. Atletico Madrid, Ajax. There's somebody from Tottenham's group is definitely going to be dropping in there, and they've got all decent teams in there as well. So it's going to be a very, very tough contested Europa League this season, and it's key that we go and get that first top spot, because we don't want to be playing extra games. You get me? For me, I'm utterly, utterly disappointed, people. I swear to God, I haven't really got many words to say, because I'm just feeling absolutely frustrated and vexed with what I just saw. You get me? They literally played us off the park. Gakpo stepped up today as well, played brilliant for PSV. That Xavi played cold as well. You get me? They were getting right in our faces, making it uncomfortable. Yeah, they must have scored about three offside goals or whatnot, and a few of their decisions were offside. But on another day, yeah, it could have been an embarrassing result for us, people. It could have been absolutely embarrassing. Not topping the group would be a failure. 100% agree with you, bro. 100% agree. If we don't top this group, this dead group, yeah, it does not make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we have qualified. It's not like we haven't qualified, but we need to be topping the group. You get me? Especially if we want to be keeping the momentum going. We can't be just drawing and dropping points. Like I said, from the Leeds game, the performances haven't really been top notch. You get me? On another day, Leeds could have easily won that game. You know what I mean? Southampton, on another day, easily, they could have won that game. Obviously, the referee was on a bit of a mad thing, but it is what it is, people, innit? We got to move. Now we go on to Nottingham Forest. And personally, we have to absolutely pummel Nottingham Forest in. Pummel him. I want to see a demolition job on them, especially after what we've seen today. Absolute disgrace, mate. Absolute disgrace. Savic and Ivan Toney would be perfect for us, 100%. I'd take that hands down. Absolutely. Let's see what Arnold's saying. We all want strikers, bro, but it's really hard to get top players on the bench. Would you bench anyone from our top 11? You know what? There ain't no one that's come in today. Yeah, Eddie Nketiah, Rob Holding, fucking Sambi Lokonga, Fabio Vieira. Ain't none of them players today have told me, look, I need to be playing in the starting 11. Not one of them. Fabio Vieira needs to put some size on, first of all. You get me? He might have some good football technical ability, but I'm telling you now, you know what? Marcel brings up a good point here. Fatigue kicking in, the squad depth is going to be an issue. I 100% agree with you, Marcel, bro. You get me? I've been banging on about the squad depth for a while now. I even think that the likes of El Nene not being available has had detriment as well, because he's a player that comes in and does a proper professional job, and you can kind of rely on him in certain situations. But the fatigue last season, we weren't playing 2 games a week, Thursday, Sunday this week. And it's having its toll. You get me? It is taking its toll on the players. You can clearly see that. I do believe that if all of our starters were playing, I think it would have been a different situation. I understand that squad rotation has to happen, and sometimes this can happen. You get me? You're not going to have that same rhythm that you normally do. But it was so disappointing, people. Like, that game was an absolute joke to watch. You get me? PSV, credit to them, they deserve that victory. And that's not even me trying to hate on them or anything. They fully deserve that victory. It could have been proper embarrassing today. Let's see what someone said. Jesus has to step up against Nottingham Forest, because I love the guy and everything, but we brought him to score goals, which he hasn't done for 6 consecutive games. I get it. I understand he hasn't started in all them 6 consecutive games, but you're 100% right. He needs to get his shooting boots on 110%, bro, and start fixing up, because we need somebody that's going to drag us through these moments, drag us through. And to be fair, I didn't lose all hope thinking, you know, having half an hour left to play 2-0 down. I was thinking, you know what? Arsenal could get back into this. Arsenal can do something, you get me? Because this season, we have shown signs of fight. We have shown signs of development. And also, when we do normally concede, we turn it up a notch. But today, just nothing was there. Absolutely nothing was there. Let's see what Don Arsenal's got to say. Premsy, Saka and Martinelli get into good space. Why can't they curl the ball in the top corner like every good... Bro, it's maybe they're still young. They still got to develop. What we have seen from Saka and Martinelli this season, it has been top notch. You get me? You know, today is one of them days where PSV, they had it all going on. You get me? They just, everything kind of clicks for them. They're at home as well. Obviously, that's not making no excuses, But you got to take all that into account. Bodo Glint was winning as well at halftime. So when they've come out now, you can see they put on the other striker in De Jong, and they looked hungry. They looked a lot more hungry than we did for that game. You get me? It looked like we were just lackadaisy, couldn't string two passes together. There was no intensity. There was no forward thinking as well. And to be fair, Martin Odegaard as well. The guy started alongside Fabio Vieira. I don't think it works at all. Don't think it works at all. Get me? Elias in the chat saying, let's go PSV. I think you're a United fan. Hopefully we see what happens to you, man. But it is what it is. Shaka is missing our game against Zurich. But funny enough, I ain't even angry at him. I'm not angry at him at all, you get me? My man tried a thing, and Shaka told him what time it is. It's that Xavi kid, you get me? He was trying to throw his weight around all game. Somebody's got to step up and tell, man, nah, it ain't that time here, mate. But it is what it is, people. Can't believe Eddie gets around 100k a week for this. We could get a top striker. Bro, 100%, bro. 100%. Liverpool fan, come on, man. You's man are sitting seventh right about now. I don't want to hear no joking from you. I don't want to hear no joking from you. But yo, disgraceful people. I'm telling you now, I'm absolutely fuming. You don't understand. The man is absolutely fuming. But I'm just going to keep it short and sweet, people. And I'm going to end the video very shortly. But before I do, make sure you hit a like on this video, as it helps push the content out, and it is free. You get me? So just hit that like. And also, if you're new, you know what to do, people. Subscribe. But what an absolute joke of a performance today, people. I'm just lost for words. You get me? I'm not used to this season. I'm not used to feeling like this season. I'm telling you now, I am not used to feeling like this. Eddie stealing a living. You know what, bro? It is what it is, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like the Arsenal fans have backed Eddie Nketiah since he's had his contract. We have pushed him on, even when we're in the stadium. Man are singing his name, but you have to deliver. You get me? That shot that he had two opportunities, yeah, to bag. Absolutely pathetic. The first one, yeah, in miles space in the box, loads of space. Yeah, if you're a striker, bro, you got to be hitting the target from there. On your favoured side, you got to be hitting the target. It's a mad thing. Bro, 100% worst performance of the season for me, this. Absolute disgrace. You get me? You can't take nothing from that game. You can't take absolutely nothing from that game. Marcel, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We won't be being seventh forever. Watch over your shoulder, because you, man, looking shaky right now. You know what, bro? It is one of them situations where we are looking a little bit shaky. We are looking like the squad depth isn't right there. But just keep in mind that it wasn't all of our 11 players on that pitch today. You get me? But yeah, a few of them came on towards the back end of the game, but the game was gone by then, people. It was gone. You know what I'm saying? Now we need to see a big bounce back by Nottingham Forest. I'm telling you now. But all I got to say, people, is what an absolute joke of a performance. You get me? But make sure you hit that like, and I'll see you on the next one, people. Peace and love.